In the basement of a typical Illinois police station, the archive room is a space of absolute permanence. It is a world of concrete and dust, where information goes to stay exactly as it was found. Cold cases are governed by strict procedural rules. Once every lead is exhausted and the forensic evidence hits a dead end, a file is classified as dormant, a historical record that no longer requires active investigation. Among these records is a standard manila folder from 2012. It contains the details of a young woman named Sarah. This archive is a highly regulated, closed system. Paper does not move here without human intervention, making the room a static graveyard of facts. The 2012 investigation yielded very little. Sarah vanished with no witnesses to the event and no physical evidence left behind at the scene. After months of pursuit, the department reached a dead end. With no new information to act on, detectives were forced to halt the search. The investigation concluded with a final bureaucratic stamp: unsolved. The file was filed away, buried deep within the station's archive system. Late one night in 2019, a rookie officer was working alone in the station, tasked with organizing these old records. As he sat at his desk, he found Sarah's sealed 2012 case file sitting directly in front of him. The officer had not retrieved the file from the archives. Its presence on his desk meant the physical protocols of the station had been bypassed. Assuming there was a clerical error, the officer opened the folder to verify the documents inside. He expected to see the original paperwork from 7 years earlier. At the very back of the folder, tucked behind the official reports, he discovered something that shouldn't have been there. He found a stack of glossy, freshly printed photographs sitting on top of the faded, typewritten reports from 2012. The photos presented a physical contradiction. While the subject was clearly Sarah, the background details, modern cars and recent storefronts, showed that the images were taken only a few days ago. The archive had been breached, and its contents updated with information that did not exist when the case was closed. Studying the new photos, the officer noted that Sarah appeared exactly as she did in 2012, showing no signs of the 7 years that had passed since her disappearance. The final photograph in the stack required a more detailed forensic look. The officer shifted his focus away from Sarah and toward the building in the background. The officer cross-referenced the architectural markers in the photograph. By isolating the specific geometry of the roofline and window placement, he could identify the exact location. The data points confirmed a match. The house, where Sarah had been standing days prior, was his own home. The discovery changed the nature of the file. It was no longer just a record of a missing person. It was evidence that the subject of the case had recently been at the officer's front door. When the morning shift began, the officer prepared to hand over the anomalous evidence to his superiors for a full investigation. However, by the time the sun came up, the manila folder and the new photographs had completely vanished from the station. There is no official explanation for the disappearance. Records show no sign the file was ever moved from its archival shelf that night. Despite this event, Sarah's actual whereabouts remain unknown. No further evidence of her has ever been found. This case suggests that some files in the archive are not static records of the past. Instead, they appear to be observant, existing as active mysteries that watch those who try to solve them.